This is not just a message. It is a Stoic meditation on self-worth, on presence, and on why becoming whole matters more than being wanted. Let us begin where it truly matters within, and from this still place, a deeper truth unfolds. There is a quiet truth that walks with us through every chapter of life. Unspoken, unassuming, yet undeniable. The way you treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you. If you don't cherish yourself, why would anyone choose to stay by your side? This is not a question meant to shame. It is a mirror, a reflection of what we often overlook. In a world drawn to light, why carry yourself in shadow? We live in a time that praises external attraction, appearance, success, charisma. But beneath those layers lies something deeper, more lasting, the invisible energy of someone who values themselves. A quiet confidence, a calm posture, a sense of groundedness. That is what draws others near. That is what keeps them there. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. What color are the thoughts you direct toward yourself? Are they kind, patient, and disciplined? Or do they betray you before the world even gets a chance? Now consider this. People naturally move toward warmth, light, and joy. We are drawn to hope, to resilience, to the beauty of someone rising. And equally, we tend to withdraw from spaces that are always heavy, always dark, always drowning. It's not cruelty, it's survival. People carry their own burdens. They rarely have room to carry ours when we refuse to lift them ourselves. Seneca once said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. But the friction must lead to refinement. Pain must serve a purpose. Suffering must be transformed, or it becomes weight, not wisdom." And even we, if we're honest, tend to avoid those who dwell only in complaint. We distance ourselves from people who radiate bitterness, not because we are unkind, but because we too are trying to stay afloat. Take a moment and imagine this. You're watching a movie. The lead actor is disinterested. Their performance is flat. They don't care about the role. There's no charm, no effort, no depth. Would you feel inspired to keep watching? Most wouldn't. And here's the irony. Those of us who aren't perfect ourselves, who may also be struggling, still don't root for someone who's completely given up on themselves. We may feel sorry for them, but pity is not enough to sustain connection. Respect is. Inspiration is. As Epictetus reminds us, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. If you want others to admire your strength, live strong. If you want to be loved, love yourself visibly, courageously. Show others what it looks like to stand beside yourself even when no one else does. To cherish yourself is not vanity. It is discipline. It is a sacred duty. It means waking up each day and choosing to be your own ally. It means treating your thoughts with compassion, your body with care, and your life with honor. When you sit quietly with yourself, what energy are you feeding? Are you your own enemy or your greatest support? The power is always in your hands, because from self-respect comes presence. From presence comes magnetism. From magnetism comes connection. You don't need to chase love when you are living in a way that attracts it. And so you begin with simple acts. Speak to yourself gently. Move your body with love, not punishment. Feed your mind with things that nourish. Get sunlight. Breathe deeply. Laugh when it comes freely, not as a performance. Rest when needed, not just when exhausted. Give your attention to meaningful things. This is how a person becomes whole. This is how someone becomes attractive in the deepest sense of the word. When you are enough within yourself spiritually, emotionally, and physically, you become generous without effort. You give from fullness, not lack. You share from stability, not chaos. And people feel that. They want to stay near you, not because they pity you, but because your energy restores something in them too. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look." That strength, quiet, unwavering, becomes your gravity. And here's something else worth noting. When you stop chasing, something shifts. You no longer beg for attention. You no longer perform for love. You no longer shapeshift to gain approval. You begin to become the kind of person even you would want to spend time with. Your words become fewer but fuller. Your presence becomes quieter but deeper. Your spirit feels more like home. And in that groundedness, something liberating happens. You stop fearing who will stay or go, because your peace no longer depends on their presence. If someone chooses to stay, it's a gift. If someone walks away, it's space being made for something more aligned. You no longer fight to be seen. You simply become someone worth seeing. There's no need to be the loudest in the room, or the most charming, or the most successful. But you do need to be someone who shows up for yourself. That is the real glow. That is the silent power. Be the kind of soul who tends to themselves with care. Be the kind of human who doesn't ask for love, but lives in such a way that love feels safe around them. Cherish yourself. Not because you're trying to prove anything, but because you are the only one truly responsible for your peace. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." And perhaps there is no greater bravery in this world than to love yourself. In a world that profits from your doubt, you are not here to beg for worth. You are here to become it, to embody it, to breathe it daily, gently, patiently. And when you do, you won't have to ask anyone to stay. They will feel it. They will know, and they will choose to stay. If this reflection has stirred something within you, consider joining us on the path of inner strength and quiet wisdom. Subscribe to the Stoic Shine and let timeless philosophy guide your modern life.